All right, so we are gonna go over budget, like a budget, and until we get our computers, we're gonna take a pause on what we're doing with Khan. But I wanted us to do something that is actually applicable that a lot of people don't talk about. And a lot of people don't actually know how to do, no matter if you are in high school, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. A lot of people struggle with creating a budget and knowing how to stay within their means. So if we're looking at this paper, we're at top and you are following along. Budgets are a way to help people keep track of their income and plan their expenses. Of course, unexpected events will arise. Having a solid idea of how to use your money is a great idea. Budgets are also used to help control or trim spending. For instance, if you have budgeted 10% of your income on groceries and you are spending over 15%, then perhaps there are ways to reduce your cost. In this assignment, you will be given budgets for different individuals. You will also be given their actual spending. Will their spending line up with their budgets, or are they out of whack? Do they need a trim? Put your percentage skills and problem solving to the test. Before you can get down to the nitty-gritty, you will need to calculate an individual's net pay. Gross pay is the total amount of money a person makes, but the net pay is the amount of money someone actually receives after taxes and deductions. Budgets are typically planned based off an individual's net pay. That's a really important concept for you guys to understand, because that's a really big deal. Yes, your salary might be like that, but what you take home and what your paycheck shows is going to be significantly less. I wish I got to take home my annual, like my gross pay and not my net pay, but we have to pay taxes in this country. So the first things first, if we look at DeAndre makes $65,000 at a 28% tax rate. So in order to find his net pay, we must go and do 65,000 times 0.28. Wow, every year he pays $18,200 in taxes. Make sure you're writing that down, please. Now, in order to find his net income, we're going to take his annual salary minus the amount of taxes he pays, and he actually makes his net pay after taxes is $46,800 a year. Wow. So let's see how much he makes every month. So there are 12 months in a year, so we're going to take this number and we're going to divide it by 12, and that is going to get us $3,900. Awesome. So this is what DeAndre projects to pay every month on these 6 different categories. But this is how much he's actually paying. So we need to figure out the percentage of that that's coming from this net monthly income. So the way we are going to do that is actually you'll take this number and you'll divide it by his net monthly income. So I'll show you. For housing, you take $1,200 divided by 39. Ooh, sorry. You will get 30, and we'll do it times 100 to figure out the percentage. 30.7. We're going to round. So see, this is a 6, so we're going to actually round. So we're going to do 30.8. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. 950 divided by 3,900. Kevin Ruiz, I hope you're paying attention because I bet you're talking right now. Thanks. When we do that one, we get 24.4. So make sure you're writing that. 24.4. And then when we do transportation, we're going to do 490 divided by 3,900. All right, it's going to be times 100 to see the percentage. That is going to be 12.6 because we want to round our decimal. Our debt, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do 585. Ooh, that's a lot of debt. Divided by 3,900 equals 15%. If we don't believe me, you times it by 100. 15%. Church. Look at that. $390 a month to church divided by 3,900. I keep doing that. 900 is 10%, I believe. Yep. And we're going to take our savings. We're going to do 285 divided by 3,900, 0 equals times 100. Morgan, I know you're probably rolling your eyes right now at me, but it's okay. Focus, girl. 7.3%. Okay. So that is how we're going to figure it out. So if we look, we're going to compare, if you look right here, over here. So, it's interesting. His housing's a little bit higher. His groceries are significantly higher. Transportation, he's actually lower. Debt, 15 and 15%. Church, 10 and 10. And then savings, 7.3. He's actually saving less than he wants to. So now we need to figure out what the total should be if he's going to save 30% spend 30% on housing, 20% on groceries, 15 on transportation, 15 debt, 10 on savings, so forth and so forth. Okay, so let's see. The way we're going to do this is we're going to take his net income, which is 3,900. We're going to times it by 0.3, which would be 30%. So he should be paying $11,700. Now when we do the difference right there, it is just, there's a, I believe it's just $30. If I am not mistaken, $30 difference. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing, groceries. So we're going to take 3,900 times 0.2, because if we get this number right here, 20%. Actually should be spending 780. When we do the difference is, he is spending $170 more than he should. So transportation, 15%. So we're going to do 3,900 times 0.15, and we're going to get 585. Oh, perfect. Oh, no, not perfect. Sorry. He's spending 585. So interesting. So spending less, negative 95. Spending less than when he actually projected himself to. Debt. So debt is 15%. So again, okay, so if we already did 15% here, then I know that this number is going to be the exact same. So let me do that. 585. Is there a difference? No. He's hitting his budget right there. For church, wants to do 10%, so we'll do 3,900 times 0.1, 390. Look at that. Hitting the mark. Now, if savings of church is 10% and that number is 390, that means savings is 10%, so it's going to be the same number, 390. Now, that number is going to be a negative 105 difference. Negative 105, because if I do, watch, I get the negative number because I have to do 285 minus 390, negative 105. Okay, so how well is DeAndre adhering to his budget? Are there any significant digits? So what we're seeing, what you could write is his groceries are much higher, and his savings are much lower than he budgeted. So if we're looking, groceries is a lot higher, and savings he could be saving more. Now it says DeAndre wants to save more money for his children's college education. What would you suggest he could do to trim for his savings? Well, a couple suggestions right there would be perhaps like trimming from his grocery bill, but also if I look here, what's his biggest expense? Right, his housing allowance. So I would see, I don't know where DeAndre lives, but my next suggestion, which this is what you're writing down, is that he looks to see if there's other housing options that might be cheaper, so that way he can actually budget for his family. So that is how you figure out how to do one of these worksheets. Now for the rest of class, you are going to do Bella's budget. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm going to call her Safia. I don't know. Rishi's budget. So you're going to do 3 on your own. May the odds be ever in your favor. Love you, children.